Poland and Denmark exclude tax haven companies from coronavirus relief schemes.
Here's a summary of the article.
Poland and Denmark have taken unprecedented steps to exclude companies registered in tax havens from coronavirus relief schemes. The Danish government announced this weekend that companies which pay out dividends, buy back own shares or are registered in offshore tax jurisdictions won't be eligible for any of the state aid programs. It comes as Poland attached similar caveats to its own bailout schemes, making 25 billion Polish zlotys available to large firms who pay taxes in Poland and not elsewhere. The moves have been met with sympathy on social media, with many people suggesting other countries such as the UK should follow suit. Last year, groundbreaking research found Britain was by far the biggest enabler of global corporate tax dodging. An index published today by the Tax Justice Network found that the UK has single-handedly done the most to break down the global corporate tax system, which loses an estimated $500 billion to avoidance. The amount dodged globally each year is more than 3 times the NHS budget, or roughly equivalent to the entire gross domestic product of Belgium.
This post received a score of 93,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I approve of this message. Username checks like a safe password.
Maybe it's a WinRAR serial key.
Unfortunately, we have no idea how WinRAR serial keys look, since no one ever bought it.
Somebody that actually bought it reporting in. It's a .rar archive that you open and it licenses the product. Inconveniently, my license that I bought is for a version that no longer seems to be available on their website. It is only valid for one minor version. I have a 5.80 license, won't activate on 5.90.
I guess you better pirate the version you paid for.
I approve of this message.
Username checks like a WinRAR. You can't take out from the system if you haven't put your fair share in. Apparently, if you are a big corporation or a bank, you very much can and regularly do. If this was true capitalism, you make your financial bets and take the gains along with the losses. And as Ivan Drago once said, if he dies, he dies. Unfortunately, a bailout saves stock market speculators more than it saves the companies. Companies have rounds of bankruptcy packages to go through that gives the employees time to move on. Chamath Palihapitiya puts it much more succinctly in this gem of an interview. My God, a true gem. Lovely, succinct, perfect. If only it could really happen. Wash these people out. Thank you.
Unlikely to happen when most of the planet repeatedly elects corrupt whores of the oligarchy.
That, and the President of the United States as one of the parasites.
The statement in Danish by the Finance Ministry. The Danish effort follows EU recommendations, i.e. the EU tax haven blacklist. As such, this does not include tax havens in the EU. Countries and territories such as Luxembourg, Ireland, the Bahamas, and so on are not counted. It's still a good idea by the Danish government, but without action from the EU on internal tax havens, a lot of money will still go to companies who should not have it.
Lol, they really stuck it to Guam and Palau. Meanwhile, the Netherlands and their Dutch sandwich are still fucking my country and state out of badly needed tax revenue. And when that ends, they are off to Ireland.
I hope this is the start of governments looking closely at tax-dodging companies, and closing the loopholes that allow them to do this. I know here in Australia, they're going to be crying out for tax dollars to replenish what they've given out in social support once this pandemic is all over. I imagine a lot of countries will. Rather than trying to reclaim it for the citizens, they should go after these big corporations. They would make back twice what they gave out, and it would trickle down to further stimulate the economy.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.